On the 24th, Sony had its PlayStation Showcase, opening the kind of E3 season we are having this year. As usual, I will give my opinion and highlight what I think was interesting. Let's start. Fair Games visually looks like something Ubisoft would make. The trailer clearly indicates it's going to be squads of 3 fighting against each other to steal from billionaires. But the lack of actual gameplay harms it, since the premise isn't really interesting. Immortals of Avium is an FPS game with magic instead of guns. I feel that they should focus on the ammo system of this game in the trailer, but it's not like it was a total fumble. They showed enough magic shooting and characters to at least stand out from the rest of the games in the show. While a lot of people got hyped for Phantom Blade Zero, once I looked at the developers involved, I pumped the brakes. It is being made by a company that mainly works on mobile games, and the gameplay seemed way too fast and varied to be actual gameplay, making me think it is one more of those Chinese games that overpromise and underdeliver. While the review of Foam Stars was bad, anyone pointing and laughing talking about Splatoon must first remember that Nintendo isn't putting Splatoon outside of its consoles anytime soon, so the paint shooter niche is pretty much open in other consoles. Square Enix is just trying to take the opportunity. One of the highlights, from Giant Squid comes Sword of the Sea, another gorgeous looking game. Here, you use a sword to surf through dunes and bring back water to the world. It is clearly taking inspiration from the studio's breakout success game Journey, and I am looking forward to it. I was surprised Alan Wake 2 showed up. We last heard about this game 18 months ago, and I thought that at best we would only hear about it again at the end of the year. Alan Wake fans are definitely happy with the October release date. In my previous video, I talked about how people should not have high expectations about Metal Gear Solid announcements since the Konami rumors had been going for a long time, and it turned out the rumors were true. They also announced a collection of the first 3 Solid games. Now, excuse me while I go eat a big crow. Capcom finally released the first trailer for Dragon's Dogma 2, and I think it wasn't the trailer that Capcom should have put out as the first look at the game. The trailer focused on characters and mechanics that are already familiar to Dragon's Dogma veterans. A person that never heard of Dragon's Dogma before still probably knows nothing about it now. Bungie is bringing back Marathon, a game I never played and knew little about, but they committed the same mistake Capcom did, but with an order of magnitude greater. Dragon's Dogma at least showed gameplay, so we know how the game looks like. Marathon was just a dramatic CG trailer. Project Q, Sony's answer to the portable console hybrid market, is essentially what the Wii U was, a controller with a screen attached where the PS5 can stream the game. It's the kind of stuff where you need hands-on to be able to really tell how good or bad it is. Spider-Man 2 was the show ender. We knew from the previous teaser that the story would be about Venom, but still it was really cool the way Insomniac implemented the symbiote suit, borrowing a little bit from Prototype. My only nitpick was the Angry Peter voice. It was way too gruff and felt like it was trying too hard to sound like the 90s cartoon.
I warned you about going after Connors! Now this is on you!
I tend to come to Sony's showcases with a lower expectation than most, due to being mostly a PC gamer. So I know the interesting exclusives will take a while to release for me, but I feel the hardcore PlayStation fans got disappointed by the showcase. It was very light with first-party games, which was made worse with most of them just being CG trailers. With the exception of Spider-Man 2, I felt that the few peaks of the show were not very high and could not make up for all the valleys. These were my thoughts on the PlayStation Showcase. If you agree, disagree, or want to talk about a game I did not cover, leave a comment below, subscribe, and I'll see you around.